On a chilly autumn afternoon, Emily sat in the corner of a busy cafe in Toronto, gently rocking her newborn son in her arms. Her baby stirred, restless and hungry, and Emily knew she had no choice but to feed him right there. She pulled a soft blanket over her shoulder, trying to be discreet, but as soon as she began nursing, whispers rose around her. A woman at the next table wrinkled her nose, muttering loud enough for others to hear, "Does she really have to do that here?" Another man shook his head in disapproval. The air in the cafe suddenly felt heavy, and Emily's chest tightened with embarrassment. Her hands trembled, and tears welled in her eyes. She thought about leaving, but her baby needed her, and she couldn't bear to let him cry out in hunger. Emily had already been struggling. Since her son was born, she felt isolated, judged, and painfully unsure of herself. She had given up her job to care for him, and her friends had drifted away. This moment in the cafe was the final crack in her fragile confidence. She whispered to herself, "Maybe I shouldn't have come here. Maybe I'm a bad mother for doing this in public." Just then, a tall man carrying a little girl on his hip stepped forward from across the room. His expression was calm but firm, his voice steady yet filled with warmth. "Excuse me," he said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "but that's exactly what my wife did when our daughter was this little. She fed her anywhere she needed to, and I was proud of her for it." The room fell silent. His little girl, with her curly hair and bright eyes, looked at Emily and smiled as if offering her comfort. The man introduced himself as Daniel, a single dad. His wife had passed away 2 years earlier, but he still remembered how she used to sit in the very same cafe, nursing their daughter despite the looks and comments. "People don't realize," Daniel continued, "that breastfeeding is not just food. It's comfort, it's love, it's life. No one should be made to feel ashamed of it." Emily's eyes filled with tears, not from shame this time, but from relief. For the first time in weeks, she felt seen, understood, and supported. Daniel sat down near her, still holding his daughter, and gave her an encouraging nod. "You're doing the right thing," he said softly, "and your baby is lucky to have you." One by one, the tension in the cafe shifted. The same people who had been whispering earlier lowered their eyes in quiet discomfort. A young woman by the counter even spoke up, saying, "He's right. My mom told me she breastfed me everywhere when I was a baby. There's nothing wrong with it." Slowly, the atmosphere changed. Emily no longer felt like an outsider, she felt like a mother doing what mothers have always done. Her baby finished feeding, finally calm, and Emily kissed his tiny forehead with a sense of pride she hadn't felt in a long time. As she stood to leave, she caught Daniel's eye once more. He smiled, as if to say, "You've got this."